The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting, or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Dot does it and they call them racist. We the people. Let's go red. We the people.
And welcome, it is The Raw. I'm your host with Moses, Miss Dan Hansen. Of course, we have Henry over there on the right, guarding the sacred phone number, which I don't have plugged in yet, which I will momentarily, 928-476-0331. See, I knew I was forgetting something.
That's okay.
That's all right. Yeah, how you doing, Henry?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. There we go. Phone lines all plugged in now. No excuse. Phone line is open. Call in whenever you want with whatever you want. You call them something stupid, we might ridicule you a lot.
We might, but you can call and cuss at us and do anything you want.
Yeah, well, but you know the only caveat is you won't hear Henry's response until you go back and review the video. So it's
you could see it.
No, it's an ad surprise.
Ah.
They will actually have to go back and review it because
There you go.
it is what it is. Anyway, 855 any fucking thing. 928-476-0331 is the number you want to join in the conversation. Hey, if you want to communicate with us via snail mail, that would be the U.S. Postal Service. You can write us. Just write The Raw. And P.O. Box 22014, Bullhead City, Arizona, 86442. And we'll get what you're sending to us. You can send us packages. Just make it nice packages. Henry likes cocaine. I like marijuana. I'm kidding. Oh, Lord. I put that out there, and we're going to get cocaine in the mail. Just you watch.
No, just me.
Well, no, we will because
you're going to get weed.
Well, they'll come in the mail, and this is why are you getting white powder? I don't know. you know, we had to lock down.
I know.
Oh, that's all right.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, please don't do that. Oh, I don't. I'm bad. Anyway,
come to the radio station, 100 Balboa, and deliver it to us personally.
No. Don't even do that.
No, we don't want it.
We don't want it. We don't need it. Anyway, the potato in chief has been, well, the potato in chief. He fell asleep. He fell asleep, not off. During a memorial service for the Maui fire victims.
Of course.
Not only making inappropriate comments during his portion of it, talking about unrelated stuff, but he lied about it.
Of course.
However, the native Hawaiians gave him the bird as he left.
Good.
In his motorcade. We'll show pictures of that later.
Good.
Also, we have a new song from Oliver Anthony. Now you remember the last viral song. God, it went super viral. Right now it's over 33 million views and counting. His new song which was released just was it less than 3 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Already has 131,827 views.
Man.
So it's on its way to going viral. This, I mean, we're talking within just a couple of hours. This thing is going viral. We'll introduce that to you tonight as well, because it's
a potent.
Yeah, that one hit me hard. Seriously, that song hit me hard. You haven't heard it yet, Henry. That's fine. With the honest reaction out of you, but for me, it hit me right where I live. It deals with mental illness. It deals with suicide. It deals with just not wanting to be in this world anymore. And you'll get to hear it and hear the anguish. And maybe you can relate. Maybe you won't be able to relate. But it definitely hit it hard. What else do we got going on? Of course, we've got all sorts of crap out of here. Just, of course, we've got. You know who Hash Patel is, right?
Yeah.
Or Cash Patel. I'm sorry, not Hash.
Yeah.
Cash. I'm thinking marijuana. Send me your buds. This bud's for you. I'm kidding.
The more hash, the better.
Yeah. Well, he was on a program today. I was listening to him, and he doesn't think that that Biden should be impeached. There's a good reason. We'll get into that a little later as well. 928-476-0331 is the number. And, of course, you can always call in with whatever and whenever you want. But, yeah, he essentially said, here we go, that they shouldn't be concentrating on President Biden themselves. They should be concentrating on impeaching the Attorney General and the FBI head.
Okay.
Former federal prosecutor Kash Patel is disgusted by the conduct of the Justice Department and the Hunter Biden case, and asserted that the first son's attorney obstructed justice. These are the people that should be brought up on charges and removed. Your AC is going pretty hard, isn't it?
Yeah, let me shut that off.
No, go right ahead. Keep cool, man. Keep cool.
No, I have two of them on.
Oh, you have two of them on? Okay.
Yeah, I turned the other one on for a reason.
Oh, I got you.
In the other side of the room. Sound a lot better now?
But you can probably still hear mine as well.
Yeah, no, but just before the show, I went and turned the other one on. So,
right.
So I could turn this one off. I was just looking for the remote and I didn't see it, but I leaned up and I saw
it. There you go.
When you said something about it, otherwise I was going to wait for break. I was going to turn it off.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's pretty buggy outside.
Right now it is very muggy outside.
The heat's not that bad. It's just the mugginess. It's very, very humid right now.
Yeah, we'll get into some weather later.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Anyway, Patel's comments came in response to a Saturday political story detailing a letter that Hunter Biden then attorney Chris Clark wrote to a federal prosecutor threatening to put President Joe Biden on the stand as a fact witness in the case against his son, alleging tax evasion and illegal gun possession crimes. All right, that's like bringing nuclear weapons to a barroom fight.
Well, for one thing, they can't get the president on the stand.
Yeah, they can. If he wants to testify, he's an American citizen just like anybody else, and if he is subpoenaed, he still has to follow subpoenas. But there's a certain amount of leniency that courts give sitting presidents. Okay, fine, that's great, woohoo. It's just customs, traditions, unwritten rules. Thou shalt not compel the president of the United States to testify in bullshit matters. Otherwise, the president of the United States would be sitting in court all damn day without doing what he's supposed to be doing for the country. Well,
That would probably be better for the country.
Let's pretend for a moment that we actually had a competent person there, okay? But no, it would open up the door for future presidents to, have to testify whenever, and that wouldn't be good because, bullshit cases would fall out of the sky, and the leader of the free world, the leader of the president of the United States wouldn't get anything done because they'd be in court all damn day. So it's pretty good. Anyway, this goes on to say this of all cases justifies neither the spectacle of a sitting president testifying in a criminal trial nor the potential for a resulting constitutional crisis. Clark wrote. U.S. Attorney David Weiss's office in 2022. Weiss has since been named special counsel for the matter. Clark left Hunter Biden's legal team last week, telling the court he may become a fact witness regarding this case. Special prosecutor going to become a fact witness.
Wow.
Something's funky.
You think?
Anyway, last month, Clark thought he had successfully negotiated a plea deal with Weiss in which Hunter would plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax charges, which has since fallen to the wayside, and truly illustrated the 2-tier justice system that we're living under. Those with privilege aren't punished. Those without privilege are nailed to the fucking wall and hammered. Anyway, Kash Patel basically said, "I'm disgusted," and we're gonna share that here in just a moment. But this is a 8-minute video. I think you will find it extremely interesting. Let's see if I got to share the audio. I forgot to set this portion of it up. You can see, there we go. We've got Benny Johnson and Kash Patel. This is the program I was talking about, and let's take a listen.
Kash Patel, you have been a prosecutor for the Department of Justice. Got to let you know, I've never seen anything like this in my life. Now, maybe you have. Maybe there was an attorney. Some scum. I mean, this guy's such a greasebag. Give me a photo of Chris Clark. This guy's such a dirty greasebag. This guy he physically looks like a rat, fat New York rat. This guy is apparently going to people like you in your position and being like, and you're supposed to be the toughest there is. The Department of Justice prosecutors are supposed to be the toughest, most muscular prosecutors on earth, and going, oh, you don't want to do this. It'll be career suicide. You don't want to charge my criminal client. It's career suicide because he's an important person. Would that have worked on you? Are you shocked that worked on the Department of Justice prosecutors? Are you ashamed for your career? Like for these guys? Will they ever recover from this?
All of the above. Look, I suited up in my government gangsters outfit today because I knew this one was going to be a heater, and that's why I figured the Chai Cops blew up your program.
Yeah.
We're going to dive all into this. So, yeah, I am, as a former national security prosecutor at DOJ, I am not offended.
Yeah, he does look like a rat, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Little squinty eyes. Where's the cheese, man? Where's the cheese?
I am disgusted at the schleps over there that are rolling around in their 2-tier system of justice. Let's just outline these facts. We're just talking about this goober of a defense attorney. And as a former public defender, not that I like this guy, but I can appreciate him going to bat for his client.
Hey.
That I get. The guy's doing, it's not kosher, it's not ethical, it's not legal, but he's going to bat.
There's the word, not legal.
Right.
Threatening the prosecution. Essentially what it is, not legal.
Client. So as Hunter, you'd probably want a guy like that. But when you leverage your contacts at DOJ, I mean, I know that if I ever went there as a public defender and I said, hey, I'm going to cause a constitutional crisis if you charge my client with X, so maybe don't do it. Do you know what that is? That's obstruction of justice.
You think?
That's a federal offense.
bum.
You can't do that as an attorney, and you can't leverage the strongest position on God's green earth, the commander-in-chief seat, which is what they did. They said quietly, and remember, as your audience knows, this didn't just happen. This happened months ago. We just found out about it because the letter actually leaked. And so they have been cooking up this scheme before the sweetheart plea deal even came about. And now we have DOJ lawyers who are going to be, and this is what Trump's attorney should do, partly in his case, is pin all the lawyers against each other. They'll flip. They'll crumble.
That's right.
This guy, he'll never want to go to prison. But it's just shocking that you can leverage the full force of the United States government against the Department of Justice that are independent, according to Merrick Garland and Joe Biden.
Bullshit.
And then come up with this sweetheart plea deal, watch it implode, and it's not a coincidence that this letter's leaking now. And it's leaking not from the DOJ, from Hunter Biden's camp.
Yeah.
They want to go after the DOJ like we've been going after the DOJ.
What? That's crazy. So this is Hunter Biden's attorney leaking these documents to make the DOJ look bad. Am I wrong?
Because it sounds cool in the fake news mafia. Oh, constitutional crisis. Joe Biden might testify. Whoa, we can't have that. But if Donald Trump were president, he had to testify. He's got to testify everywhere, no matter what. But we are seeing the two-tier system of justice at play. Can you imagine the defense, his dad and his son on the same side of the defense table in a federal courtroom, and the guy goes up on the witness stand for cross-examination? I mean, what?
Actually, that's kind of a wet dream of every potato hater out there.
What a freaking circus that would be. The amount of felonies Joe Biden would commit by lying under oath, which is yet another offense, would be catastrophic. And this is what the defense attorney in this case is looking to ward off, because he knows under no situation will their boss, Merrick Garland, allow Joe Biden to take the witness stand. So now he's going full force. Look, I always said the corruption at the DOJ and the FBI at the leadership's level was more disgusting than any other agency anywhere. And the only way you defeat them is if you embarrass publicly. And Chris Clark, to his credit, that is exactly what he's doing. He's saying, on the one hand, you reneged on a deal, which is not true. There is no deal until a judge signs off on it. The DOJ can renege on the 99.
It just fucking kills me how much this guy looks like a rat. I mean,
yard line. There is no deal. So that never happened. That's a falsehood. And now they're trying to shame them into saying, oh, well, the DOJ is the one that's going to cause a constitutional crisis. Not Hunter Biden and his illegality and his fraud and his paper play, his drug use, his gun use, all the photos on his laptop of underage girls. None of that. It's the DOJ and the FBI that are going to cause the illegality. That's the one trigger you can't pull, even if you're Hunter Biden's attorneys, because they will bite back. And I think this is going to boomerang.
Okay, so game theory that for us. I mean, again, we're so excited to have you on the show because you're the perfect person to talk about this. I've never seen anything like it. So I'm reading the emails, my jaw's on the floor. Like, this is career suicide. This is his lawyer talking to the federal government about a federal charge, saying this is career suicide. You're screwed. We'll call Joe Biden. Like, did anyone ever treat you like that, Cash?
Yeah, the Jan 6 committee, the special counsel. Every time you're a target and we get a subpoena, we get treated like that, but no one ever finds out about it. The death threats, no one cares about that. None of that matters if it happens to us, America First conservatives. It only cares if it happens to Joe Biden. And
but when you were a federal prosecutor, would anyone have dared talk to you like that?
No, because as bad as your defendant might be, and whatever, even terrorists that I prosecuted, even those guys aren't going to come in there and be like, you're going to get blown up by my defendant's colleagues if you don't make this case go away. I mean, that's essential. No, that's the analogy here.
Yes.
It's
pretty much.
You know who's more powerful than a terrorist? The president of the United States.
Yes.
And they're saying, I'm going to use daddy's button to blow up your Department of Justice where Merrick Garland, your boss, works for my client's dad.
Wow.
This never happens. And it goes back to the one point. All of these government gangsters will always cooperate together unless you reach one inflection point. And that is if you can successfully pit the interests of the DOJ and FBI against each other. And that is what the whistleblowers have kind of been doing for these months and months and months and months. Now you add these emails, and the DOJ is made to look like the evil, disgusting, corrupt government gangsters that they are. And publicly, the people at the top, Garland, will not tolerate that. Now, I don't know how they goose this thing. I don't think there's a plea deal on planet Earth that can be salvaged from this wreckage. I think Hunter Biden's got to go to trial. It'll be funny. And I'll call it right now. There's no way this guy goes to trial before the next election cycle. They will kick this thing down for 4 years.
You know,
Kick
absolutely
down the road.
Of course they will. They're not good. They're not going to let this interfere with campaigning, or however much campaigning Joe Biden is actually going to do anyway. But
They sure will with Trump.
But here's the thought that hit me while I was watching this nonsense. Okay, here we have a president who is gone, mentally gone.
Correct.
All right. He has mashed potatoes for brains. He's constitutionally incapable of being honest with the American people.
Or himself.
By the way, I don't take those words lightly either.
Right.
Because I know what it means to be constitutionally incapable of being honest with oneself. He is incapable of constitutionally being honest with the American people, or himself for that matter. He has a son who is a drug addict. He has a son who has used his position in government, be it his time in the Senate or in the vice president's seat, or even now as the sitting president of the United States, for his profit.
Of course.
There was a time when the character of a president mattered above all.
And it wasn't too long ago.
And no, it really wasn't. Not only was the president vetted by the American people, but their entire fucking family.
Yep.
Jimmy Carter's brother.
Billy.
Do you remember Billy Beer?
Billy Beer, absolutely.
Functioning alcoholic, a little bit of a troublemaker.
Correct.
Kind of a home down Southern boy, nothing to raise eyebrows to the point of federal charges.
No.
But he wasn't all that savory. He wasn't somebody that you would invite over for dinner. Well, maybe you would have in the 70s, but not today.
No, not today, no.
But
to get him to sign my 6-pack of Billy Beer, maybe.
there you go.
Which I donated to the Alcoholics Anonymous archives.
Okay. But here, once again, we have an entire dysfunctional family, a crime family. One who is using the power of the presidency to protect his son.
Yes.
And we've got a son using the influence he has with his father to enrich himself.
Yep.
Through bribery schemes, job opportunities that he didn't know a damn thing about gas or oil or anything like that. Yet he was on the board of directors.
That's right.
Why is that?
Oh, because of his daddy.
Use his daddy's influence to blackmail a leader of a country into firing their attorney general.
Yep.
Who was looking into Burisma.
Yep.
And then forced Burisma to pay a bribe once the act was done.
Yep.
$10 million, 5 to Hunter, 5 to the big guy.
Yep.
Old pedo Peter himself.
Why isn't this all brought out? Why isn't it brought out? Why aren't they being prosecuted? Why isn't he impeached?
I don't know. I don't know if I want Biden impeached.
Well, that's why he picked Kamala Harris.
Hear me out. Hear me out. If the Republicans go and impeach Joe Biden tomorrow, okay, which they're, by the way, when they come back in September, they're planning on doing just that.
Correct.
I think it's a mistake. At this stage of the game, I think it's a mistake. It's a tit for tat bullshit that
That's what it is.
They did to Trump in his presidency.
Right. The impeachment means nothing anymore.
It means diddly and squat.
Yeah, it used to be.
They don't have the votes in the Senate to get it through. It's just wasted time and energy.
Right.
That's the first point. The second point is if they actually do manage to impeach Joe Biden, we'll be doing the Democrats' work for them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be getting rid of a president that they don't even want right now.
It's their liability right now.
Exactly. Do you think that there are going to be any presidential debates between RFK Jr. and Biden? No.
Which there should be.
Absolutely.
I think
RFK would wipe the stage.
Yep. Yep.
And honestly, I'm having a hard time choosing whether or not to support RFK or Donald Trump at this point.
I know. Well, you know what? I'm almost wanting to register as a Democrat so I can primary
the president.
no primary Kennedy in.
Well, yeah, that would be primarying the president.
Yeah.
But I think
that would be a good idea, really.
I think it's absolutely fucking hilarious. But you got people right now who do not want Joe Biden running again for president.
Correct.
Because
most of them don't.
Because they're looking at this as a sinking ship. You've got these charges against Hunter Biden. They're not going away. The federal government is being forced to actually prosecute him to the full extent of the law, whether they choose to do it this election cycle or far off in the future.
They already got their hands tied. No more plea deal.
They have to.
Yes, they have to now.
They absolutely have to. This completely legitimizes the Hunter laptop story.
Mm-hmm.
And this completely legitimizes a bunch of other things that the right has been saying all along.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say, for instance, that they do manage to impeach Joe Biden. He's tossed out of office. What do you think his last act before walking out that room is going to be?
Pardon his son.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And by the Constitution, he has every right to do so.
As long as it's federal charges.
I'm surprised he hasn't done it already.
You can't if there's just charges. You can if there's a prosecution.
Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be. It's got to be federal charges too.
Well, they are federal charges.
And now, if they change him to state charges on him, then he can do nothing. He can do.
Nah, not really. You got to remember the president's influence goes far and wide. You don't think a Democrat governor would say, "Hey, you got it, Joe. I'll go ahead and pardon your son now."
Yeah.
All right. So you've got that there. You come on, Mr. Politician.
Political suicide.
Use your influence head.
That would be political suicide for sure.
For whom?
For the Democrat that pardoned him.
He's already on his way out anyway.
No, I'm talking about the governor. If it was a state charge.
But it's not a state charge. It's a federal charge.
Correct.
So, you're Joe Biden. You're on your way out the door. It doesn't matter what other further crimes you commit.
Yeah.
You're on your way out there. Okay. pardon my son.
Well, this needs to be pushed
Well,
down the
go away.
road too. It needs to be pushed down the road because if he doesn't get reelected, he can't pardon him.
Once again, last day in office.
Last day in office, he can pardon him if he's convicted of a crime.
Doesn't mean it. No, he does not have to be convicted of a crime.
Just pardon him. Just pardon him.
Absolutely.
Just a blanket pardon, just like
There's a blanket pardon for all these charges.
Just like Trump did with his the papers that he had at Mar-a-Lago.
Pretty much. There doesn't have to be a conviction.
Yeah.
There does not have to be a
Yeah,
conviction.
the president does have. Yeah. President does have a lot of power.
Yeah.
He does and he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Anyway, It is The Raw. I'm your host with Moses, Miss Dan Hansen. We'll take a quick break, and then we come back. We will we'll review a new song by Anthony Oliver, or Oliver Anthony. I'm sorry, I got that backwards.
You did.
Yeah, I sure did.
Well, he has two first names. We'll be right back.
His real name is Chris, but
it is. Yeah.
Neither here nor there. It is The Raw. We'll be right back.
This portion of The Raw could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at theraw@ktox.com. That's theraw@ktox.com. theraw@ktox.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
Learn how to defend yourself and your loved one. Kingman Force on Force. Krav Maga. Empty hands. Edge weapons. Firearms training. Train like law enforcement with our virtual range simulator. AZCCW classes. Free gun safety classes. Our instructors are ACDPS licensed, NRA certified, and former Combat Special Forces. 3001 Stockton Hill Road, Kingman, Arizona. www.kingmanforsoncourse.com.
I'm Rob Hansen.
And I'm Henry Longbreak, along with Tundra.
And KTOX 1340 AM, we are pleased to support the Mojave County Sheriff's Canine Foundation.
The Mojave County Canine Foundation teams with the Mojave County Sheriff Department to keep our county safer. It increases deputy safety, and the dogs are highly visible deterrents against robberies, burglaries, and drug dealing.
Canines can save time clearing buildings. It takes less than the quarter of the time that it would take a deputy on his own.
Canines can track juvenile runaways, missing elderly persons, fleeing suspects, and provide comfort to traumatized victims.
For more information about the Mojave County Sheriff's Canine Foundation, or you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation or host a fundraising event that includes a canine demonstration, call John Sancelli at 651-270-0920 or go online at www.mcsk9f.com.
The Mojave County Sheriff Canine Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay, this is a Target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
And welcome back. It is The Raw. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Misty Ann Hansen. Of course, to the right of me here, and we have Henry Longbreak, Neil City Council person-ish thing, whatever.
Councilman Longbreak here.
He is guarding the sacred phone number, 928-476-0331. Yeah. Well, kind of wish that was a little shorter. Well, if I put it like this, yeah,
there we go.
There you are. But I'm not going to, because it's too tight. I like the whine.
You're too close to me. Get away from me.
Oh my God! Really? You're going to do that to me?
I'm going to slap you with that.
Anyway, Chuck has this to say in the YouTube chat room.
Oh, YouTube, okay.
Ever play the game of asshole? Not even close to understanding what the fuck the game of asshole is. Maybe you can call in and tell us about it, Chuck. At 928-476-0331. Yeah, up there, man. Up there. At least I'm getting used to pointing at you, okay? Instead of the other way. Boom. There you are. There you are. It's like I look over there and
just do the opposite.
Punch you right in the face.
You missed me.
Well, of course I did. You're not here.
Get closer. Get closer.
You go get closer.
Oh, you'd kiss it. I'll get Tundra up there. Tundra loves you.
Of course Tundra loves me.
Yes.
Anyway, Oliver Anthony, like I said, put on a new song today. It is called I Want to Go Home. Currently, right now, at this moment, it has 255,256 views.
Ooh, 250,000 views.
Yeah, over 250,000 views on it. And it's just, like I said, it's only been out a few hours.
Wow.
All right, just 3 hours ago is what
this hours.
Yeah, 3 more hours. 3 hours ago, it was put out. And this is a rough song, Henry. It really is, and something that should be listened to, should be heard, should be understood. Let's get into it. Oliver Anthony, I Want to Go Home.
Well, if it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward. 'Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more. And I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay. People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home. Now 4 generations farming the ground. Grandson sells to a man out of town. And 2 weeks later, the trees go down. Only got concrete growing around. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. People have really gone and lost their way. They all just do what the TVs say. I wanna go home. If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward.
That's a song about checking out.
Yes, it is.
That's a song about suicide. That's a song about Jesus, take me home. Get me off this fucking rock because I can't take it no more.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've done that. I've had those feelings. And a lot of good people have. And of course, he's doing something about it. He's putting his feelings down in words, and he's singing about it, and he's sharing about it, and God knows the lives he's going to save with his music.
Yep.
But he's got a talent. He's got a real talent right now. He has put his finger on the pulse of this nation and diagnosed us.
Big time, without a doubt.
I don't know how many times in my life where I wish I could just check out. It hasn't been recently, but it's been often enough to where I feel like I'm living on borrowed time, especially with the alcoholism, the hiding of my true self. And there are days still, even today, where I think sometimes it may be too difficult to carry on. And yet I find the strength to do so every single day. I told you this one touched me.
Yeah.
It touched me just as hard as Rich Men North of Richmond. There is a name for a man like that. A musician like that. They call that musician a bard. He shares the stories of life. If you're interested in checking it out, I will post that link so everybody can share it. It is on his main channel, Oliver Anthony Music. So go look for it there. Of course, there's a few copycat channels out there that have been posting his work, trying to get the hits and the likes, and to make
trying to cash in on him.
Make money on him.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely wrong. Seeing a couple. They even changed the name of the song so they don't get copyright struck right away. And that's a damn shame as well. Somebody trying to profiteer from this guy's work. And it's a damn shame. It really is. Anyway, 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. I managed to get through that without actually looking at the number, Henry.
Pretty good.
Can you believe that? I can't believe it, but it is what it is. But if you're listening, give us a call. Let me know. I want to know what you thought of that song. I want to know if it touched you the same way it touched me. And I'm not talking, in the gonads area. I'm talking deep in the soul.
Right.
Every Sunday, Henry and I do a show called Tri-State Recovery Talk with Henry and Tundra and, well, me. It's Henry and I $1 therapy, although we haven't paid ourselves in ever.
We'd have enough for a vacation by now.
We would actually,
at least for the first tank of gas.
probably down to a local meeting.
Yeah,
very least we could take a vacation to a local meeting. But we deal with topics like this. We deal about topics of suicide. We bring out numbers like 988.
Correct.
He's dead on right with all the pressures on the American population, well, on world population right now. We've got wars and rumors of wars. Nothing more stressful than the rumor of war, making things indecisive. Am I going to have a job 5 months from now? Am I going to be drafted to go off and fight in a foreign land? All they have to do is say, we're instituting the draft, and guess what? There you go.
It's done.
You and I are too old to be drafted.
Yeah, they wouldn't want me anyway.
I'm too fucked up to be recalled.
Did mess with my Social Security, so I can't go.
Okay, thanks for the non sequitur.
Yeah. We're too old, period.
But that doesn't mean, those that are 45 years and younger to the tender age of 18 can't be called up to go to serve. Sure, there'll be your deferments. Sure, there'll be, ways to get out of it. Well, I'm going to school for the next 4 years. Or, well, at least one excuse has gotten thrown out. I'm gay or transgender.
Nope, can't do that one no more. Now this wouldn't affect me or my kids, but it would affect my grandkids.
It would affect my children.
Yep.
Now, mind you, very unlikely that women will be drafted.
Correct.
But men.
Yep.
My daughter's husband. My nephew. He's 18 years old. He's a prime candidate.
Totally, yes.
I just escorted him to the post office to register for selective service.
Great. See what you did?
He wants to go to college. Being able to get grants and federal loans, you have to register for selective service.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Anything. Look, you can't even work for the post office unless you can prove you have registered for the draft.
Okay.
You don't yawn.
Okay, I'll get behind the mic and yawn.
or at least wait until the top of the hour.
I couldn't on that one.
I understand.
I couldn't. I'm tired. I'm beat today. I am beat. I had a rough night's sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
But here's the thing. Okay, we've got the stress. We've got suicide rates are skyrocketing amongst young men and women and children.
Yes.
People who have sacrificed themselves, their part of their lives to defend this country or to serve in the military. have been committing suicide at shocking rates.
Big time, yes.
And right now, that's on the rise because, well, this month is the anniversary of the cowardly withdrawal from Afghanistan, which claimed the lives of 13 claimed unneededly 13 lives of servicemen.
Correct.
Not
counting all the other humans that got killed there too.
Not counting all the other people that got killed in that attack as well.
Right. Because there was a whole bunch of different. They weren't Americans.
Doesn't matter. They were humans.
They were humans.
It was our job. It was our job. We took it upon ourselves to protect them from shit like that.
And we couldn't.
We wouldn't.
We weren't allowed to.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. We couldn't.
So, yeah. That new song is a song about checking out. I want to go home. Home being heaven, home being death.
Mm-hmm.
And it really is it's a sad song, and it's heart-wrenching, it's heartbreaking, and it makes you sit and think. Now, his last song, Rich Men North of Richmond, spawned a bunch of different takes on it. Yeah, or not takes, but remixes.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them, believe it or not, in the rap community.
I heard that one earlier.
Well, we're going to play it for the
when you played.
audience here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That song has brought people together. There are people talking about a nationwide strike because of that song. And it's stuff like that could bring that around, which would be disastrous for the nation.
Yep. We need to do something. I'll tell you what.
Something's got to be done.
Something
anyway,
has to be done.
This is
we're gonna fall.
Yeah. Well, this is the little video.
Know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men,
You know what I think? I'm thinking it's time that we all unite. Cause if we combine the city boys with the boys off in the pines and load up our rifles and form us a line, we're only as weak as the links in the chain. So think for yourself and start using your brain. They pit us against one another, my brother. Don't focus on color, quit fanning the flames. We're selling our souls for the fortune and fame. They poison the water, derailing the trains, killing the cattle and taxing the grain. No one does nothing but bitch and complain, it's a damn shame. But people like me will survive. Blue collar baby, I work to get mine. My people don't stand in no welfare line. Hunting and fishing and growing the garden. They're starving your family while feeding you lies. What kind of manners stand idly by while children get raped? I'd rather die. Just give us a list of no Biden is hiding. They'll all be dead by the end of the night. I promise I'll make sure they all see the point when I give them the end of my knife.
Lord, it's a damn sure.
There you go.
Wow, yeah.
That's the kind of anger that's been sparked from that song nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
I could go through YouTube and Facebook and show you a dozen more just like that.
And that was a great one.
That was pretty good, actually.
That was good. I like that. Yeah.
That was pretty good. I mean, that was just one of many examples that have shown up on my feeds. People are sick and fucking tired of being sick and fucking tired.
That's right. And now they're trying to put this new variant out, so we got to lock us down again, put masks on again. That ain't going to work. That is not going to work.
They're going to do it. They're going to try it. It's the distraction.
It's a total distraction. That's what it is.
They have indicted Trump 4 separate times.
Right.
Okay, 4 separate times. He's turning himself in Thursday.
Right.
The bitch down there is insisting on a $200,000 bail.
It's already been set. Yep.
No, bail hasn't been set yet. Bail will be set when he gets there in front of a judge.
Actually, it already has been set. That's what I've been told.
Henry, do me a favor, break a law, go to court, would you please?
Break a law.
What is being recommended is not what's being set by the court.
Okay.
A court sets the bail, not the prosecution nor the defense.
Understand.
Been there in front of a judge enough times. I know my fucking business.
Well, I have too with clients. Lots of clients.
Well,
very fortunately, not for myself.
Yeah, but you know what a prosecutor recommends actually doesn't mean a hill of beans.
Yeah,
it's what you'll be able to. Well, is your client a flight risk? Well, he's independently wealthy.
Yeah. Well, we'll just hold him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how that would go over.
The thing of it is, bail in this country is an interesting creature. We are constitutionally mandated not to have unreasonable bail.
Correct.
Does that mean that we can't hold a person who is extremely dangerous without bail? Absolutely, we can.
Mm-hmm.
Can we set high bails on people that may be a flight risk? Yeah, we can. Unfortunately, right now we're at a point in our evolution where large cities like Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, pretty much all of California are going with cashless bail.
Yep.
In other words, you get arrested, you go in front of a judge, you're arraigned, you're let go.
Yep. Or you get a ticket. You don't even go to jail.
But you get a summons to appear.
Yeah, you get a summons to appear. Yeah, you get a citation. Yeah,
sure. And then of course we see gangs running through stores, smashing things up.
Yep.
Taking everything they can and running out.
Yep.
And nobody gets prosecuted.
Right. That's when the shopkeeper needs to take care of it himself.
They can't. They'll go to jail. They will be the ones that are imprisoned. They will be the ones that are the criminals now because they chose to defend their property. They're the ones they chose to defend their customers and their family and their livelihoods. No, they're expected to take it in the fucking shorts. That's why we have insurance, right? Insurance will only pay so much. Insurance doesn't cover the replacement.
I'll leave that what I said
of
alone,
everything.
right there too.
What's that?
That shopkeepers need to defend themselves.
I agree.
Now in Arizona they can.
Arizona's fuck around and find out.
That's right. Not in this town.
Not in this state.
Yeah.
Even in Phoenix, you don't. No, you don't smash and grab more than maybe once.
Right. Right.
You will be prosecuted.
If you get away with it,
they'll find you.
You don't. Yeah.
But the thing is, you go into Walmart now. You go into Walmart, even in small towns like Bullhead City, Fort Mojave, wherever. You go and look at items that are $3 or $4. They're put behind glass.
Yep.
You have to wait upwards of a half an hour to an hour just to get help from somebody.
It's very unfortunate
to unlock this. Try going and buying razor blades.
Yep.
At Walmart. You have to go hunt somebody down with the keys, and if they're not busy, they might deign to mosey on over there and ask you which ones do you want. Well, I'm not sure. I want to look at the backs of them and read the box. Well, I'm sorry, we can't do that. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Tell me which one you want and I'll give it to you.
Well, that's a good I mean, we shouldn't have to go through that, but that's a good that's a good point for clubs, Sam's Club, Costco. Everything's out in the open there.
Yeah, not necessarily. The real high dollar value stuff is.
Well, no, a $20,000 a diamond is definitely under glass.
Right.
Yeah, but the razor blades and all the other medications and stuff like that. I mean, they're out there. They're out there, right?
Well,
right?
you know, I used to be offended every time I went to Sam's and be stopped and searched at the door going out.
Yeah, they check your receipt.
They check your receipt. They make sure that everything's there. Beep, 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 and then you're out the door. Okay,
Right.
Not a big deal anymore.
Right.
But where it pisses me off, okay, and this is really where it's pissing me off, even going to Maverick today, all right, there was one cashier and a long-ass line.
Yep.
And four different scan it yourself and pay yourself and bag yourself things.
Bullshit.
I'm not a store employee.
Correct.
I'm not being paid. I'm certainly not getting an employee discount.
If you give me a discount, I might think about checking it out.
I might think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might think about it. Anyway, it is the Raw. I'm your hostess with Moses. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the potatoes and how he fucked around and the state of Hawaii decided to give him the bird. It is the Raw. We'll be right back. Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right, everybody in the car. Let's go.
What are we gonna do first when we get there, Mom? Go for a hike?
Sure, if you want.
What about canoeing? Can we go canoeing too?
I don't see why.
What about a bike ride? No, I want to fish.
Okay.
I've never been fishing.
Honey, we can do it all.
How long does it take to get to the forest?
It's not.
Is it gonna be long?
No, sweetie.
I bet it takes forever.
It's not that far.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're here.
Already? No way! Come on.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a neighborhood park or green space near you. Also, find fun activities to do like boating and biking or camping and hiking, plus much more. It's all right in your naturehood. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
Okay, this is the target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry. delivery.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on The Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Dog does it and they call them racist. We the people. Let's go in and we the people. Let's go in and we the
Welcome back. It is The Raw. Of course, I'm your hostess with the mostest, Miss Dan Hans. Of course, we have Henry and Tundra over there doing something. You know, you're
Tundra's down there.
Tundra's down. Tundra's down below. Anyway, number if you want to join in with the fun and frivolity is 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. I'm talking about serious things tonight. Really. And for some reason, I'm getting a lot of messages that I don't want to get.
But you're getting them anyway, and you have to have your phone on.
I have to have my phone on, but I can turn off the volume to the station itself, or to the broadcast itself. So I'll hear it. Not everybody else has to hear it, you know. Anyway. Join us, of course, at 928-476-0331 if you wish. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear what your thoughts are on anything we've talked about tonight.
Yes.
You know, I was during the top of the hour break, I was actually writing a comment to Oliver Anthony about his song. Okay. And once I have that finished and figure out how to spell alcoholism, I might.
I get it too.
Yeah. Well,
ACHOL.
HOLISM is how alcoholism is spelled.
Well, spell check would have done the rest.
Yeah, that's what I did. Well, the thing is, I had to figure out the root word alcohol before I could do anything else.
Correct.
I don't spell for shit, guys.
I don't either.
It's not that I'm uneducated. It's not that I'm stupid or anything. It's just I don't spell for shit. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I know how to spell my own name, MISTIE.
Well, it took me
I'd be fucked.
Took me over a decade to learn how to spell alcoholic. I kept screwing up on it.
Yeah, well, you can't spell alcohol either.
Right. It's okay.
That's
spell
right.
check. Spell check.
Spell. You know, well, that's one of the wonderful things about current technology is spell check. That was
we don't need a web.
That was the best thing that ever happened to me.
We don't need Webster's dictionary anymore.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. You know, what really surprises me is how grammatically incorrect we have become.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Especially when using the word, say, like literally.
Literally?
Literally.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Literally?
Yeah. That's an incorrect use of it. My daughter, for the first time in her life today, used it correctly, and I congratulated her on it.
Nice.
Because I was criticizing a sign that said no smoking. But it literally says no smoking. I said, you're absolutely right. It literally does.
It literally did.
But the thing is, we choose to add definitions to certain words.
Of course.
Yeah, without having learned the word to begin with. Sorry. I had to congratulate my daughter on that one just for a moment. Anyway, the Spud and Chief. There you can see him nodding off in the middle of service.
Wait a minute. He's rolling a joint. Look at his hands. He's rolling the joint.
Yeah, sure. Okay. No, he's nodding off.
Or taking a pinch of cocaine.
Or checking his watch.
Yeah.
We are a community that relies on family.
That's asleep.
On ohana, whether by blood or by friendship. But like many others, my son.
I wish the Secret Service would come by and whack him upside the back of that. Wake the fuck up, asshole.
There you go. He woke up.
My home burned down. My parents.
It's like, what did he say?
And he's starting to fall asleep again.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They should allow family members of the person speaking to hit him.
Yeah.
That should be a pass.
Well, of course, his defenders are saying the video spreading Joe Biden appearing to sleep while visiting wildfire survivors in Maui County, Hawaii. This is false.
Whatever.
The longer video shows Biden not sleeping.
Shows him waking up.
Biden bowed his head for a few seconds. He was
nodding.
That fucker was asleep.
I know. I fell asleep on the air before.
I know you have. I've seen this.
So I know what it is. That was asleep.
That was deadly. Has he ever gone to a public function where he hasn't embarrassed himself or the nation?
I don't think he cares. I don't think he's capable of caring.
Somebody ought to be caring. Okay, somebody.
You
ought
think?
To be
You think this is our country, and that's being allowed? That's utterly ridiculous. That's a shame.
The rumors are, he went in front of the Pope and shat himself.
Well, yeah.
Had to be shuffled away.
Did one of the presidents throw up on somebody's shoe too?
I have no idea.
Yeah, there was one that threw up on somebody's shoe. I forget which president it was. But the Chinese prime minister, I believe.
Well, that's forgivable.
No, that's not forgivable. It's acceptable.
That's forgivable.
No, we don't forgive him for that. We accept that. We go, yay, good job.
Yeah.
I forget who that was. Who was that did that?
I have no idea. Anyway, here
I don't want to.
Yeah.
There are difficulties, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home.
Oh, whatever.
Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday. And lightning struck at home on a little lake. It's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond. And hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct. To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat. But all kidding aside, I watched the firefighters, the way they responded. You know, there's an old expression. I grew up right across the street from a fire hall in Claymont, Delaware. And the expression.
If he was away somewhere, how could he see the firefighters?
It was a lie.
Yeah. And everybody
Biden
knows
has
it.
told this version, told a version of the lie many times. Turns out his house didn't burn down. In 2004, lightning struck Biden's home, starting a small kitchen fire.
Right.
Who hasn't had a small kitchen fire? Jill reported the small fire, and it was under control in 20 minutes.
Right.
Didn't almost lose a fucking thing other than maybe dinner that night.
Oh, that's fucked up if he lost his tapioca pudding.
And of course, you know, he was when you use the phrase all kidding aside,
yeah,
that means the previous statement was a joke.
Yeah.
And to tell a joke,
yeah,
after hundreds of people have died, thousands have lost their homes, still 1,000 missing.
Correct. That's just what I was going to say. The people that are missing.
And while they are still digging children, dead children out, it is no time for anybody to be making fucking jokes, especially at a memorial service.
Well, you know what I heard in one news media outlet, I forget which one it was. They were saying Biden's vacation was interrupted by a trip to Hawaii, emergency trip to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck? His vacation was interrupted by an emergency trip to Hawaii?
Yeah.
Biden shouldn't be on vacation. He should be there taking care of things.
Well,
if it was Jimmy Carter would be out there cleaning up stuff.
Do you want to know how long he stayed in Hawaii?
Enough to touch down and leave.
6 hours.
Longer than I thought.
6 hours.
And he made an excuse 5 days ago that he was saying, well, I'm going to go there, but I'm not going to stay too long because I don't want to get in people's way.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to embarrass yourself, you sack of shit.
And watch this video as his motorcade passes.
Wow, he's finally here. Wow, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Fuck you.
Nice.
Fuck you. Hey, right here. Hey, fuck you, Joe Biden. Fuck you.
They should have put him in that last van.
I don't care.
No, they don't
care.
They don't tell you what one he's in.
I don't wish the man harm.
I don't wish him harm either.
I don't want to be. But the thing is, that's a sentiment of the residents who survived, lost their town, but survived. Let's go to the phones real quick.
Hey, Chuck.
The Raw, you are on the air. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing, Chuck?
Good. How are you, Miss Rob?
Oh, well, I'm doing fantastic. What's
Hi,
on
Chuck.
your mind?
I don't know. I'm listening to the show. I don't know how long the delay is, but y'all were talking about Joe Biden falling asleep and
You're right with us.
But he's never really been a smooth character like Obama. You know, he's never been like that. He's been kind of a jackass his whole career.
Yeah. Speaking of which, okay, you use the word jackass. You sent a message.
Really?
You use the word jackass right now. You sent a message to YouTube saying, ever play the game Asshole? What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, you were talking about the president in the game Asshole, and there's a asshole and there's a president, and then there's ranks in between that, and the asshole is a very low-ranking person, and then there's like you can make up ranks and everything like that. But if the president tells you to drink, then you got to drink, and the asshole is one of the lowest. Anyway,
Okay,
that's the
gotcha.
game. It's called
No,
Asshole.
I never played the game Asshole.
You've never played Asshole?
But
man,
I've been a self-proclaimed asshole for years. Thank you.
That's like a really fun game if you've got like 15 people.
Well, there you go. No, I was an antisocial drinker, so I didn't play games with my drinking. I was very serious.
Yeah. I don't know about this whole really, can I comment further on my strong thoughts on Hawaii?
Of course.
It's corruption. And it's corruption on
I agree.
Good old boy system that every local quasi-government organization and most local governments have.
Ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
This is part of the problem. See, with people like me and Henry, who go out there and Henry's probably going to get somebody to run against him. Because I have a feeling that Henry, I'm not trying to talk down about Councilmember Longbreak here.
I would.
But he seems like the kind of...
I'm a rebel.
The person that likes to challenge the status quo.
That's right.
And move it a little bit.
You hit it right on. I got 3.5 years left.
When I was on city council, and I pissed the wrong people off, and I made some mistakes, and so I'm not on there anymore. And so I don't think I would ever do it again, to tell you the truth, because
it's a pain in the
I
ass.
find there's more freedom in this freelance activism bullshit that I engage in the local level and the national level, calling weirdo stations across America. And by the way, there's the station in Sioux City, Iowa that I listen to in the morning times, KSCJ. That is, okay, so the reason why I listen to KSCJ in Sioux City, Iowa is because I like to know what's going on as far as what the Iowa voters are swallowing up, and listening to their crazy ass, holy cow, the political ads that they come up with. Like, they have this one that I listened to at 5:45 this morning, and it was just totally trashing the shit out of Trump. And it was run by Republicans. Like, trying to...
Kind of hilarious, ain't it?
Well, it's just so interesting. I mean, God. And then it gets really... This station, I don't know. That's the only reason why I listen to it, because I want to see if when people call in and shit like that, they got a call-in show.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to it for intel and gathering intel and trying to just see, what this part of America is talking about.
Good for you, Chuck.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'll be president one day, but maybe not. But maybe I'll be one of these people that
tell him he's got more boys.
Podcast or a show like yours or some. There's so many people that are doing this YouTube thing. Where they do what you and Henry are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Chuck that he'd be the only Democrat I'd vote for.
Okay, Henry, I'll tell him. Henry says you'll be the only Democrat he'll vote for.
I don't even know if I'm a Democrat. I mean, I'm a liberal, but I'm not a... But listen to this. I mean, do you know what I mean? I mean,
I do.
I can't get with this whole authoritarian shit that they're pushing now.
Yeah, good for you,
And
Chuck.
I can't see myself going to the fucking fascist right wing either, that want you to just I mean, oh my God, I can't go. I mean, it's just like these political parties have.
What is fascist about the
Fascism? It's not really the right wing. It's what they're in danger of becoming, because what, in my opinion, and what I understand to be fascism, is not just set by one characteristic. It comes in like bundles of like, at least you got to like at least nail down 8 characters of fascism, and then there's really bad shit on the left. Don't get me wrong. There's what I just mentioned: authoritarianism, socialism that wants your property taxes increased every year, and just basically what China is. That's what I would call an authoritarian dictatorship, and nobody wants that shit. But I'm not talking about that brand of government. I'm talking about like fascism, where you have a central character around one person, a strong man, and then you have a person that is the other, the enemy, and then you have all of these different things where the need for a strong military police type of a organization to go out and carry out the strongman's vision, and then you have all of these different anti-immigration platforms. You have anti-homosexual stuff. You have anti-food stamp stuff. You have a strong nation type of stuff. Notice I didn't mention anything to do with Christianity or anything like that, because I don't think that that's a tenet of fascism. In fascism, in Nazi Germany, Hitler had a pagan wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, so
here is, and I don't agree with this, Wikipedia's definition of it. Okay, according to Wikipedia, let me go ahead and click on the link. Their definition of fascism consists of: fascism is a far right, authoritarian, ultra-nationalist political ideology, and characterized by a dictatorial leader, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition, belief in a natural societal hierarchy, subordination of individual interests for the perceived good of the nation and the race, and a strong regimentation of society and the economy. I don't see this as being the Republican Party at all.
No, it's what I call contemporary Republican Party Trumpism.
I don't see that either.
I do.
I don't see Trump or any of his supporters
Trump is the strong man that you just talked about.
I don't see him trying to shut down any opposition. I don't see him.
You don't see him throwing out. Wait a second. You didn't see him using the police and the military to get protesters out of the way so he could have a shot in front of that building with a Bible in his hand, like Nick of Leotin? You didn't see that part?
That happens.
That
happens anytime any president steps out in public.
Oh yeah, they shoot grenades at people with a Bible.
They were also being violent. They weren't shooting grenades; they were shooting tear gas. But
flashbangs. And then what else? What else is the thing you were talking about? He's a strong nationalist.
He is a strong nationalist. So am I. So are you.
Yeah, he is.
So are you.
I know he is, but
you're an American, right? You believe that America
sure.
should fall. You're a strong nationalist. So does that make you fascist?
No, but like I said, fascism comes in bundles. It's not just one type of characteristic.
Okay.
It comes in these bundles. So
when did he forcibly suppress the opposition?
I just said the time that he took the cops and the military with all of his government cadre, and then went over there and had a photo opportunity with the Bible.
Okay.
That was probably the more disgusting example of him treading on people.
Has he required his followers to have a subordination of individual interests for the perceived good of the nation and the race?
I give me time and I can find an exact. I mean, this is something that we should probably.
This is actually a good argument.
Get a check mark and
checks and balances.
Okay. Well, on this day, did you or did you not? And here's the thing, too. I mean, man, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I hear you, and unfortunately, I used I used Yahoo to look it up with, and the actual
still around.
What's that?
Yahoo's still around. Yes.
Yeah, Yahoo's still around, unfortunately. But
that sounds like Hotmail.
Hey, I have a Hotmail account too.
I think I do somewhere.
I think it.
I got it.
I think they saw my Hotmail account and go, "This guy is dead or no longer exists, or he doesn't give a shit about his Hotmail. Let's get rid of him." I've died a couple of different times. I've had a couple of little different lives, and I'm sure that.
Well,
you know what I'm talking about.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary, which I will rely upon.
Oh yeah, a trusty publication.
Well, more for a more accurate definition instead of a popular. Look, come on.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You have to
move the goalpost.
That Wikipedia is a populist. They give populist opinions. They give populist definitions. Let's go with let's open a fucking book for a minute, okay? People who've been defining words for how many hundreds of years?
Oh my God!
All right, so
since when did when English evolved from Deutsch?
There you go. Anyway, it says a political philosophy, movement, or regime such that as a fasciti that exalts nation, often race above the individual. It stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, severe economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of the opposition, and a tendency towards actual exercise of strong autocratic or dictatorial control. So, pick and choose. I don't care. I don't care which one you want to use.
Well, here's the thing.
At least and this isn't a criticism against you, Chuck. This is a criticism towards the world in general. When we choose to use words, let's understand the definition as completely as possible. And in this case, literally.
So here's another thought for you, everybody. I'm gonna every once in a while I feel like I should shut my mouth so I can let Henry go ahead and do his thing. And
you're good, Chuck.
He says you're good.
I don't know if it's.
He says
okay. So
we'll just talk behind your back once you're off the air.
I like hearing what you say, Chuck.
Good. It's not like I'm gonna.
We're gonna talk shit about you
later or anything like that. But anyway, seriously.
No, but seriously.
Fucking Chuck.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Okay, go ahead. And then
what I'm thinking is we're looking at an electorate out there that is yelling and screaming at no matter who's in charge to get their hands on the economy and to do the command and control type of a situation where
like the commander in chief.
They're looking for a strong person right now to take control of the energy sectors.
Well,
that's what they're looking for right now. That's what
my
instinct is telling me.
In that respect, I think you're correct. And I think they're wrong. What we should be screaming for is for them to get their fucking hands out of that particular pie. Get your hands out of it. Let us figure out our economy. Let us do what's necessary to make sure that we have food, we have energy, we have resources to work with.
Because they're fucking it up.
Because every time they put their dicks in it, they fuck it up.
Mm-hmm.
They fuck it up worse than we do.
Yep, first. And they don't give a fuck because they're all rich.
What do you think about that, Chuck?
Oh, I was waiting for Henry, but
that's all right.
Well,
He's been fair.
I commented, but you can't hear me.
I'm thinking that. Well, I mean, really, when we elect these different people, it occurs to me that it is having an argument about which pocket the money comes out of.
Right.
And the pocket is us, the taxpayers.
Oh yeah.
And we have a lot of the problems that we have right now in regards to who we elect. It's based on how much money they can throw at a campaign. And I'm in the camp that believes that there should be campaign finance reform.
Absolutely, 100%.
And the state should regulate hard on their own people that throw money around and involve themselves in political campaigns.
Absolutely.
That's going to help the person, average Joe, understand what the hell is going on and who putting a flashlight on the money exchanges that happen that should be reported.
Follow
to
the money.
People.
Exactly,
So
Henry,
there should be, yes, and I think the government has an obligation to be part of the apparatus that helps people follow the money.
Yeah,
not if they're involved in it.
Not when they're the direct beneficiary
right.
of that money. They're not going to vote to regulate any of that shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, they do it here in Washington State to a certain degree, and but it's just kind of like a toothless tiger.
Yeah, well,
sometimes
we have the same in Arizona. We have the fair elections laws where you can only you can only accept so much money from an individual or a business. But once again, that we come down to the God, I can't remember the name of that fucking act that declared.
It's we were talking about this, I think, last week too.
Yes, we were.
The Citizens United.
Citizens United, exactly.
Yeah.
No one's ever being prosecuted either. No one.
Which has allowed private corporations to declare a 501c and take in unlimited amount of money. They're known as super PACs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they can spend that money any way they want to. The hell, they can turn around and give it to the individual person who's campaigning. It's not illegal. Unethical, yes. Illegal, no. So, not this is just a gift. This isn't a campaign contribution. This is a gift. This is for you. That's all they have to do. All they have to do is
how many free meals they get?
I'm sorry, what?
You know how many free meals those bastards get?
A lot more free meals.
I think they get fed. Yeah, I think they get fed for free, to tell you the truth. That's what I think. And if they work the angles just right, they probably have food all the time coming to them. They don't pay for food. That's one necessity knocked out of the way.
Yeah. Well, they should have that. That's it. No money though.
I mean, I want to sign up to be a congresswoman.
Give them everything except for a paycheck.
Well, unfortunately, let me tell you, that's a long road to hoe. And unless you're willing to start sticking yourself in the thigh muscle or the buttocks or just under the skin once a week.
No.
With a hormone make you grow boobs,
No.
make hair grow where you didn't have hair before, and hair fall out
Whoa.
where you used to have hair. And then
Wait a second. Hair like on my head?
yeah,
That'd be awesome.
yeah. Well,
But I'd grow tits.
Right.
I don't want that.
And you'd act all bitchy too.
I'm cool with my own tits right now. I got my,
fuck you very much.
Tell him why you said that.
I think he understands why I said that.
Because I said you're a bitch.
But no, yeah, there are perks, I suppose, to being in high levels of power.
Yeah, there is.
You have protections. Yeah. You have a certain amount of freebies that the government gives.
Oh my God!
Even in low level government.
Even city council if you travel.
Henry, when he travels for stuff, they put him up in a hotel room. They feed him
a real nice hotel room too,
and
real nice.
Yeah,
and they pay for his transportation. Right. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's a term for that, Henry.
Mm-hmm.
That's called a junket.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't go to every one of them either. I just go to the ones that get a benefit.
Does Needles, California have a sister city program?
In China.
In China, they do.
But there's really no kind of a program. Yeah,
I'd be looking for a way to get my ass to China if I was.
I ain't going.
just to go out there and go. Just to go out there and say, yeah, I did it. No, oh yeah,
I think it's near Wuhan. No, I'm not going.
All right, Chuck. Well, it's been great debating with you. I love debating with you. Thank you so very much for it. And he hung up again.
And you know what I love? You know what I love about Chuck? What he just said earlier, when he was saying, talk to this other radio station, he listens to what's happening in that part of the world by the callers coming in and commenting, and by the commentator. I like hearing that. So what he's doing is he's keeping informed on what's going on in different parts of this country.
Well, one of the things I like about Chuck is he's a shit stirrer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely is. Yes.
He is.
Yeah,
not
and that's me.
He's not afraid to call anywhere there's a live show and stick his stick in the shit.
That's right.
And give it a good stir.
That's right. That's right. He is. I like that. I really like that. That's. I mean, like Chuck said, someone's going to run against me. I mean, that's fine.
Somebody is going to run against you.
I got 3.5 years now, and I don't plan on running after this anyway. I never did.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't expect to get elected. And when I ran unopposed, I go, oh, shit. And then of course, when I got elected, I got to make the best possible choices for this city.
Of course.
Period.
Well, here's the thing. I've said this before, and not to toot your horn for you, but to or curry favor or whatever. I could give less. But I've admired how you have handled yourself in your seat. Now, have I had criticisms of you?
Of course,
I have. I've chewed you on the air.
Of course,
3 times.
And you tried to apologize to me afterwards, and I said, "No, don't apologize for that."
Well, you're my friend.
It doesn't matter, friend or not.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
You're not hurting my feelings. You're telling me what your opinion is.
Well, my opinion. Well, opinion,
and I respect that because we are friends.
You don't fucking respect me.
I don't respect you at all. But besides that, I respect your opinion.
Okay.
Because Tundra loves you.
But the thing of it is, I admire how you've taken to the job. You actually do the job.
Mm-hmm.
When they deliver you a packet of information, you go through it completely the best of your ability.
Yeah. I gotta go. I'm reading what's going on here.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I'm busy right now.
Right.
I'll call you back when I'm.
Call you back Tuesday night.
The first read.
Right. Yeah.
You go in. You ask questions.
Yep.
You investigate prior to contempt.
Absolutely.
Okay, or prior to agreement, even.
Every time.
And you do the job right.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I
You
see
are-
so many cities that don't. The council members do not do that.
Absolutely not.
They
And-
they
and
they
these-
they,
these are
they
the-
go in
these
there
are the-
blind.
These are the cities, okay, and I'm gonna pick on Bullhead City as one of the cities,
Mhm.
especially when that jackass Hakem was in charge of
Oh,
my
yeah.
town. All right, time and time again, vote after vote after vote. It was 7 in favor, motion carries. 7 in favor, motion carries. There was no debate. There was no public comment. There was nothing.
Mm.
All right. If there was a public comment and the council didn't agree with it, they'd abuse the speaker.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, tough shit.
You're not supposed to do that. Now I went to council meetings recently there. I like the way they're run now. I really do. I really do. I like the way that the city manager puts it together and the way the mayor controls it.
Now read the screen.
What's that?
Read the screen.
Read the screen what?
Read the screen.
I can't see that. I'd vote for Henry if I could. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. You did hear the part where I would vote for you.
Yeah. Well, I'd vote for Henry if I could.
But yeah,
I would vote for you if I could. But yeah,
I've seen other councils where the mayor has let the turmoil go on way too far because the mayor controls the meeting. The mayor's the one that tells you, okay, puts the hammer down, says enough is enough. We got to put this in order. And I've seen a mayor just let it go. You got to keep control of that meeting. I mean, of course, if you don't agree with what's going on,
at that point, well, see, the thing is, there comes out of a point. Okay, say for instance, you've got a contentious vote, and people aren't agreeing with it. The citizens aren't agreeing with it. Half of the council isn't agreeing with it, and a big fight ensues.
Yep.
It's at that point where even the mayor can sit down and propose to table the topic.
Yep.
And then thus ending the argument so you can move on with other things.
Yeah.
Then you can have the fight. Then you can go back and address the people's concerns about the particular ordinance or the money being spent or whatever the fuck it is.
I've seen it happen before, and the mayor was on the side it was going towards. So the mayor just let it go because the mayor was going to win what he wanted. That's why he let it. That's why he let it go, or she let it go. I'm not going to say which one it was, what meeting I went to, what state or city. But I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen to where it went in their favor.
Right.
Now I've seen city council where our council you speak once, and you don't speak again until everybody else has spoken. Now, this council that I'm talking to in particular, all the council members were just interrupting other council members, talking out of turn, talking twice.
Okay, so obviously the Robert's Rules of Order weren't being
at all.
Okay, fine.
But I see that it favored
it
favored what the mayor wanted, so the mayor let it go.
Of course.
And that's to me that's wrong.
Look,
I mean, I agreed with what the issue was. I totally agreed.
Take a look at our own federal government.
Yeah.
Okay. The chaos.
Yes.
They run off of chaos.
Yes.
They welcome the chaos. And
they do.
You're hiding behind your microphone.
They do. They absolutely do. I can't sleep if I get in front of it.
I understand. I don't want you sleeping.
No,
the thing is, they operate off they want the chaos. They want the confusion.
Yes.
They want people to be able to continually be in turmoil with each other. This includes the lawmakers. This includes judges. This includes the bureaucrats themselves.
And it affects decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It really affects decisions. Now, when I go into city council, I already know how I'm going to vote. I already know it's going to take a whole hell of a lot for them to convince me that I'm not going to vote that way. I'm not going to tell everybody the way I'm going to vote. That's not what you do. But I've already done enough reading, enough investigation, enough talking to people, and I don't care what they say. As long as doesn't really make a lot of good sense. I've already set up my mind what I'm going to do because I've already done. There's no contempt prior to investigation.
Well, and seeing that's it, and you shouldn't be blindsided by any information that comes out unless it's coming from the city, not the city, but a citizen of the city.
Well, a citizen or another council member,
right?
They might know something I don't because I'm 6 months in. There's council members that've been there for longer than me that know a whole lot more than me, and trust me, I listen to everybody and everything they have to say. I don't always.
I've seen, that's not necessarily true.
I don't always agree with it, but I listen to it. I intently listen to it, and I want to know their opinion on it, and I will speak again, even because the mayor doesn't keep control of what's going on there.
This Scranton City Council, that's a fight and a half.
Yeah, I mean. Go on. I mean, I'm sure Chuck does. Go on YouTube live or go on YouTube even afterwards and watch different city council meetings at different places.
Oh,
it's very, very interesting. I mean, I do that. I get to know at different events I go to, different city council members and stuff, and I want to see them in action. They tell me stuff, and I would say 90% of the time what they've told me in an event, we've gone to. They're pretty much right on what they're saying, and some of them are just whatever they say.
That just highlights my point, Henry. That the reason I admire the job that you're doing there is because you pay attention, you do what you need to do, and you move on.
And not everybody does that.
No, well, that was my entire point. I believe I said that.
Over half the councils that I've gone to, or well over half, you can tell which ones have read and researched on it, and the ones that haven't. You can totally tell because they're asking questions that's right there in my agenda package. I'm sitting in the audience, and I'm going, "Did you read your packet? Your packet says more than what mine does."
Well, and that's it. And
sometimes
I'll sit there. You come in with all your shit too.
Well, sometimes I'll say that just to throw people off.
Yeah, but the thing is, you pack in all the extra reading materials.
I do.
Most of the time. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 times you haven't, but I've seen you reach down, pull it out, and flip it open to exactly what they're talking about.
Yep. And there was the ones that I had
just for you to verify that what they're saying is what they said in the paper to begin with.
Correct. The ones I haven't, like you're saying, you see me not do it before. I sat there through one meeting that I've done so much research on it that I knew exactly what page you were talking about and everything. I left everything underneath the desk except for just my small agenda package up there. So I knew exactly what they were talking about, and I was agreeing with it, so I just kept my mouth shut. And I already knew I didn't have no questions to ask. Now, if there was a problem with it, you better believe I would have reached underneath it and I'd have brought it out, and I would have pointed it out to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not afraid to. I would have stopped the meeting and say, "Hold on 1 second. Hold on. This is not the way I read it. Let me make this clear." Just for my own. I mean, I don't try to insult anybody.
Let me clear some things up. Maybe something's changed since.
Right. Yeah. I'm not trying to insult anybody. I said maybe I read this wrong. Maybe there's something I did wrong. I throw it off on me, and then I read it, and I go, no, maybe I didn't read that wrong, or oh, never mind. I've done that before. Say, oh, never mind.
Well, today.
Because I'm a human, I do error.
Not to get in too deep to things. Anyway, today you called. I was in the middle of a group meeting with a VA.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck. Let's go back to the phones real quick. LaRa, you are on the air.
Yes, thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, first time caller, long time listener.
This is the West Coast serial killer that you've been hearing about so much that calls the AM stations at night.
Chuck, that's a good moniker for you. The AM serial killer. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. He's looking for I don't know what he's looking for. Somebody that's listening to the AM radio right now.
The AM hit job.
Hey, Henry, let me tell you something real quick, Mr. Councilmember Longbreak. Sometimes these people that you probably served with on council that ask these ridiculous questions regarding to the agenda. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think, and I used to do this too when I was on the Long Beach City Council, having been well aware of the agenda, I would ask questions to try to expose what the city's intent was to my constituents. And sometimes that didn't make sense to people, what I thought in my head, what I was trying to communicate to the people that I thought that was important. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely.
He says absolutely.
Absolutely. I fully understand that. Yeah. I
mean,
I'm with you 100%.
I used to be able to tell. There was this one guy that I ran against him and I lost by like 37 votes. It was very disappointing. I couldn't believe how I lost. But anyway, this guy would clearly, but he was like, connected to the lumber community and all that shit. Good old boy, big old time, good old boy.
Yep.
And I only lost by like 37 votes or something like that.
Wow, that's pretty.
Yeah, in 2013. Yeah, and I attacked him pretty good.
How big's his town? How big is his voters?
I brought up a lot of the bullshit.
How big is the town?
Right now, Longview, Washington is about 40,000 people.
Okay, so that's
a close election. That's real close. Yes.
Did you ask?
And back then, it was like, no, I didn't.
So you probably had about 18,000 votes.
I didn't have the money to do all that shit. It would cost the candidate asking for recount money to do all that stuff, and
I guess that's
basically. Yeah, and I was looking at ways to I was basically running a campaign off my bicycle. I mean, I had good-looking signs and everything like that, and I had a strong argument why this person was underserving the community. And I don't know, in my head, I was like, this is a no-brainer. He really doesn't pay attention to the agenda. He sits there, and sometimes people thought he was on drugs and shit like that, and I was like, what the fuck? And
he's one of those councilman okey dokes.
Yep.
Okay.
He was a rubber stamp. Yeah.
Yep.
And believe me, city managers and city councils love those kind of people.
Oh, they totally love it. Yeah, it's an okey doke. It's like yep.
That's why I fucking don't like the city manager form of government.
Yeah, neither do I. I was getting ready to tell a story, and you're here. You can listen to it too. But we're going to have to go to a break here in just a couple minutes. But Henry called during. I was in a VA meeting, counseling meeting, and there's been issues that come up time and time again about some VA benefits, and the coordinator of these meetings is supposed to be our liaison to the VA. All right, and every time she said, "Well, you need to call the VA hotline for that." I said, "Look, you are our direct representative to the VA, especially the Phoenix VA." Which I don't need to remind you has had some very serious black marks that you guys are just now starting to pull your ass out of. However, this is on you guys. Well, I'm not getting anywhere on this. It's going to be up to you. I said, spoken like a true bureaucrat.
Yeah.
That is, hey, that's the difference. That's like, you got to talk about that. The difference between the council member that advocates for the city or the council member that advocates for the citizens of the city. There's a difference there.
Absolutely, Chuck. No, what he just said.
Advocates for the fucking bureaucrat.
What he just said right there.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The city. The city organization, the bureaucrat.
Yeah, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
I am for the people. That's Chuck. Chuck, you hit that head on.
Yeah. Henry says he's for the city.
Yes.
No.
No. I'm for the city. Yes, but the people of the city.
He's one of these guys that are going to try to win a fucking campaign with pie charts and bar graphs.
All right, Chuck. Thanks for your call. Do appreciate it, my friend. I'm sure we'll talk to you again next hour.
You're saying I'm going, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I am for the city, the people of the city.
Yeah, well, I caught you.
You did.
It is the Raw. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after
Top of the hour. Top of the hour.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
Learn how to defend yourself and your loved one. Kingman Force on Force. Krav Maga. Empty hands. Edge weapons. Firearms training. Train like law enforcement with our virtual range simulator. AZCCW classes. Free gun safety classes. Our instructors are AZDPS licensed, NRA certified, and former Combat Special Forces. 3001 Stockton Hill Road, Kingman, Arizona. www.kingmanforceonforce.com.
I'm Rob Hansen.
And I'm Henry Longbreak, along with Tundra.
And KTOX 1340 AM, we are pleased to support the Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation.
The Mojave County K-9 Foundation teams with the Mojave County Sheriff Department to keep our county safer. It increases deputy safety, and the dogs are highly visible deterrents against robberies, burglaries, and drug dealing.
K-9s can save time clearing buildings. It takes less than the quarter of the time that it would take a deputy on his own.
K-9s can track juvenile runaways, missing elderly persons, fleeing suspects, and provide comfort to traumatized victims.
For more information about the Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation, or you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation or host a fundraising event that includes a K-9 demonstration, call John Sanchelli at 651-270-0920 or go online at www.mcsk9f.com.
The Mojave County Sheriff K-9 Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay, this is the target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service. 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on The Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Dog does it and they call him racist. We the people. Let's go Brandon. We the people. Let's go Brandon. We the people.
And welcome back. It is The Raw, and your host is with Moses, Miss Dan Hansen. Of course, we have Henry Longbreak who's sitting over there, giving a little wave. Of course, guarding the sacred phone number, 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. By the way, I want to invite everybody to join theraw.locals.com, theraw.locals.com. Just sign up for it. It's free, guys. If you choose to become a supporter over there, it's either $5 a month or $50 a year. And you can use promo code The Raw, one word, capital letters, for an entire free month of full services. If you don't like it, well, then you don't have to continue on paying for it. So you get a choice. You get it. Anyway, also, if you want to send us something in the mail, make it legal. Are you
Yes.
guys?
Yes. None of that white powder crap.
You're looking off someplace else.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to say something. That's I didn't want cocaine sent to me. That's why I was rolling my eyes.
Oh, you're watching TV. Because I see the glare of the TV in your eyeglasses.
Here, wait. I'm not on my phone.
You are now. It really sucks when you know your co-host is observant. But anyway,
well, you know the good thing about that is I can multi and try task too.
Yeah, you can. But if you want to send us something through the mail, you can now, and we are guaranteed to get it. Earlier we were giving the station address out, but now we have our own address.
Yes.
It's, The Raw, P.O. Box 22014. That's P.O. Box 22014, Bullhead City, Arizona 86442. And
if we didn't get what you sent before, we apologize for that. It will be sent to the P.O. Box, and we will get everything.
We will get everything.
Yes.
Most everything. Well, everything. No, we'll get it. We'll get it. And, of course, if you're sending it to whatever show we do in the Miss Rob Hansen radio program, Tri-State Recovery Talk, Political Recovery,
The
Raw, whatever.
Yeah, it'll go right to that.
It's just
put on there what show.
Put on what show. You can write in those assholes at.
That's right. Now we know what you're talking about. You talk about me. That's what I claim to be one of them.
Exactly. But the address again is 22014. That's P.O. Box 22014. Bullhead City, Arizona, 86442. There you go. Very simple. Simple as that. Send me please send me something just so I know the P.O. box works.
Right. Send me $1.
You don't even have to send money. Just send a postcard saying, "Yeah, I heard it. You guys suck. Here it is. Boom."
No, all you 100,000 people out there, send us $1 a week.
$1 a week
at P.O. Box.
At P.O. Box
22014.
22014. 22014. Bullhead City, Arizona, 86442. There you go. And then of course, just send something. I don't care. Yes, and I can get packages there.
Yes.
I can get, it is an actual U.S.
Yes.
post office. Now,
we have to sign for the packages, and we're okay with that.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, you forgot to get your mailbox key from me.
I did.
This weekend. Twice. 2 days in a row.
2 days in a freaking row.
Yeah. So we'll see if it's 2 weeks in a row. But you also need to go down to the post office with your ID so they can put you on that so you can sign for the ship.
Get my side view, the front view with the numbers underneath me.
Yeah, no.
No, okay.
No. Just go down with 2 forms of ID. One a driver's license, one something with with your just go do it. They'll tell you what you need.
Yes.
Anyway, 928-476-0331 is the number to join the conversation. Of course, Arizona voting is in question again. Democrat Arizona Attorney General sends a threatening letter to Arizona counties who are saying that they're going to hand count the 2024 election.
And they have a problem with that.
Yeah, the legislature, has passed. It passed the Arizona House and the Arizona Senate. States no voting system or component or subcomponent of a voting system or component, including firmware, software, or hardware, assemblies and subassemblies with integrated circuits or on which any firmware or software operates may be used or purchased as the primary method for casting, recording, and tabulating ballots used in any election held in the state for federal office unless ding, all components have been designed, manufactured, integrated, and assembled in the United States from trusted suppliers using trusted processes accredited by the Defense Microelectronics Activity as prescribed by the United States Department of Defense, and the source used in any computerized voting machine for federal elections is made available to the public, and the ballot images and system log files from each tabulator are recorded on a secure write once, read many media with clear chain of custody and posted on the Secretary of State's website free of charge to the public within 24 hours after the close of the polls, and the legislature legislature transmits this resolution to the Secretary of State. The legislature also passed a bill designating the same requirements for electronic voting machines, but Katie Hobbs vetoed the bill.
Of course she did.
And of course, she don't
want to lose again.
The suspicion was that, Katie Hobbs stole her election. I'm sorry, we might get kicked off of YouTube for this. Stole her election through the faulty machines when 59% of them failed on election day.
Yes, they did. Right away. Away. At the gate. At the very beginning. Get this. In Maricopa County.
Mm-hmm. Now, the Arizona Attorney General sends a letter to all counties threatening them with prosecution if they count their ballots by hand.
Wow.
Once again, this is the heavy hand of the state, which is the legislature, which is the sole governing responsibility for voting. Okay, it is their responsibility. Even if I think that they can override the governor if the governor vetoes something that has to do with voting.
Good.
Because in the United States Constitution, it says the state legislators have complete control over how voting is conducted within the state. But I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a constitutionalist. I'm a constitutional expert. I'm just a layman making a somewhat educated guess. If you want to disagree with me,
just a raving lunatic.
Exactly. I am a raving lunatic. If you disagree with me, of course, you can call in 928-476-0331. They don't want the counties to have control over the voting process, especially the Secretary of State or the Attorney General. They don't want the counties to be able to look at their votes, because it's much easier to manipulate data once it is out of your hands.
Mm-hmm.
It is much easier to manipulate data on a computer that has been hacked.
Mm-hmm.
The last two elections saw too many voting irregularities.
Yep, it did.
To the point where I question the Arizona elections, even in Mojave County. Not so much Mojave County, but more Maricopa County.
Maricopa County, definitely, yeah.
But it also leads me to question the results in Mojave.
Of course.
I mean, one bad apple spoils the barrel.
It does.
Or has the ability to spoil the barrel.
Unless you remove it.
In a timely manner.
Quickly.
In a timely
now.
Manner. How about
right now?
How about last week?
Yeah. Before it happens.
Anyway, in the letter, the Secretary of State falsely claims that Arizona law requires votes to be counted by an automatic tabulating equipment. However, ARS 16-621 provides that the officer in charge of elections may direct that ballots be counted manually when using machines becomes impractical, and the resolution lays out new standards for security and practicability. Arizona's current law does not mandate the use of electronic voting machines. It only allows for it. So
how can they arrest somebody for manually counting it?
Because this is the habit of intimidation from government to lower government.
That's what it is.
You saw it during the midterm elections when Mojave County and several other counties across Arizona were not going to certify their results.
Mm-hmm, right. And it was intimidation. They had to.
Because they were concerned about the
criminal prosecution
in Maricopa County. No, they were concerned about what happened in Maricopa County. Therefore, they were not going to certify the results until the Maricopa questions were resolved.
But they had to under pressure of criminal prosecution.
Yes. The Mojave County Board of Supervisors received a letter threatening them.
That's right.
If they did not certify the election.
Yep.
So they buckled and they certified it. If it were me, I would have voted to give the finger to the state and say, come and take it, motherfuckers.
Yep.
However, people like their jobs. States, county supervisors get paid quite well. And frankly, the county doesn't have that much money to fight legally.
Right.
But once again, this is just par for the course. Governmental abuse of power.
It absolutely is.
And it's just not right for that. Anyway,
928-476-0331 is the number if you want to join the conversation. And Johnny's watching us. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? I'm glad that you're they're around.
Johnny.
And let's see. Oh, Mr. Flynn is there and everybody else. And good deal. Glad to see it.
Hey, Mickey.
Oh, my goodness gracious me. And of course, we've heard from Chuck a couple times tonight.
We did.
Well, yeah, we have.
More than just a hit and run.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, Henry,
Okay.
and then when we come back, more stories. Unfortunately, one of my news sites that I got one of my stories from has gone down for some reason. Yeah, we'll see if it comes back up. It is Raw. We'll be right back.
This portion of the Raw could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at theraw@ktox.com. That's theraw@ktox.com. theraw@ktox.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010. United Private Investigations, owned by Lyle Sharman, has over 30 years of investigative experience in criminal, civil, business, and private investigations. United Private Investigations provides professional and confidential investigations for corporations, companies, legal professionals, insurance companies, and individuals. Voted Best Private Investigator in Mojave County in 2018 and 2019. Contact Lyle Sharman with United Private Investigations at 928-542-5178.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hey, you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve a break. Enjoy a moment of indulgence. It's time for Zanna Coffee. Guilt-free pleasure. Zanna Coffee is the organic coffee to amplify your senses and enhance love for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Only the best organic and GMO-free coffee beans from around the world that I selected. Zanna Coffee brings you happiness in every cup. Fair trade certified, sustainable organic coffee. That means we do not use slaves. Free Zanna songs with every coffee bag. Find Zanna Coffee at www.zannacoffee.com. www.zannacoffee.com. Get your coffee bag now. Don't be cheap. Life is too short, and you deserve the best. Zanna Coffee.
And welcome back. It is The Raw. I'm your host, Moses Miss Dan Hansen. Of course, we have Henry over here in the right-hand side guarding the second phone number, 928-476-0331. And on the phone, we have Chuck. How you doing, bud?
I'm taking care of some personal hygiene needs. Have you ever pulled the hair out of your ear?
Oh yeah, it hurts. It stings.
I just got done doing that a lot.
Believe me, I had other things running through my head.
Yeah.
Like you were wiping your ass or cleaning your dick or.
I don't know.
You got to remember what show this is.
That's right.
Yeah, but wiping my ass, that's pretty standard. That happens at least 3 or 4 times a day.
Well,
This is like a task. This is a task that takes.
It's tedious.
I don't know. Pulling the hair out of my head, it does sound crazy as fuck if you think about it.
You know, it's funny. You know.
God damn.
Chuck, they have those little things that go and it cuts it all down.
Well, you know, they have tweezers and ear mower thingies.
The mowers, yeah.
You stick it in your ear, you turn it on.
The tweezies.
I
just go with the tweezies and just
start. Well, the tweezies work too.
Yeah, but then you get red spots.
But I just do it until I like, and until the out stops, and then I go. I guess I pulled everything out of there.
So what you're saying is,
he gets the 3-inch hairs out.
So what you're saying is you prefer to mess with it so you have something to do while you're waiting.
No, I just and then I take care of the unibrow, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I paint mine in.
Got you, gorilla.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, that's why I'm like, I think that for me, I feel like I'm more human than human. And some people out there are aliens, bro. I mean, for real. Some people out there are aliens, like a hybrid.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah. And no one bats an eye at it.
I don't know. I'm just being weird right now. But I wanted to be serious about local government because that's what I'm very passionate about.
Me too.
And we got a problem with corruption at the local level at every. I'll just say that we have a problem with corruption at the local level.
Yep,
and I can say that comfortably. And no matter where you're at, no matter where you're at in America, you can think about like Bell, California, for example.
That's a good one.
2007 or 2008 or whatever.
I remember that. Yeah.
Maybe it was 2009. But anyway, when the entire city staff and city manager
making like $1.5 million a year,
and arrested and all sorts of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They were making $1.5 million a year, ungodly salaries. Yeah.
Well, there was also like embezzlement and stuff like that was going on. I mean, shit.
It was
Rob,
big time.
I can think about a local government that's going haywire. Well, fuck, what's going on with the fire department down in your neck of the woods?
Which one?
Right here in
Needles
County.
Right there. Which one?
In Needles County.
Which
it sounds like
years ago when
there was a problem in Oatman.
When Fred Koskin was and I were partners. We would hand the Bullhead City Fire Department their ass. We would hand the Oatman Fire Department their ass. We'd hand the Mojave Valley Fire Department their asses. A lot, even the San Bernardino County Fire Department their asses for mismanagement.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, we were not the friends. Well, here's the thing. Frank Costigan started his career as both a fireman and a cop in L.A.
Oh yeah, he knew corruption.
He was he in the Army?
Actually, he was in the Navy.
Okay.
He was good
enough for me.
He was a Navy veteran, but
that's good. That's good enough for me.
Right.
If he was in the Air Force, we'd have to have further discussion. Go ahead.
Well, that's okay. He's long since passed. So that's
I know.
That's neither here nor there.
I know.
But anyhow, he started his career as a fireman, and then also joined the LAPD because, well, firemen didn't make dick, and neither did policemen. He was young, had a family, so he could handle it. So he did it. He did both. He did both jobs. He worked at the fire department. Then he got up and went to the police department.
Yeah.
He ended his career in law enforcement as the first chief of police of LAX.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's right. Yeah.
He was very knowledgeable when it came down to what fire departments were supposed to do and not do. So,
What was his opinion about September 11th and everything like that? And I'm not talking about the conspiracy theory, but how because this sounds like a mind that had, the value, what resources need to go where. What did you hear him say?
Frank and I never really talked about that portion of it.
Okay.
I would imagine that he felt that, the New York Fire Department comported themselves well, did what they had to do. But other than that, I can't speak for Frank's mind. I haven't talked to him since he died, unfortunately.
That's something that nobody can plan for.
No, nobody can plan for that.
No, can't.
But they can plan for shit like trimming their trees around transformers and things like that. Yeah.
You're absolutely
this
right.
Is a problem. This is a big deal.
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
We could all three of us taking part in this goddamn thing right now could make $1 million exposing the fraud, waste, and abuse and dereliction of duty of all these electric companies and all the public utility districts that own all of these lines and everything like that, and how they're neglected.
Let's look at the major power outage that hit Mojave County last year. Okay, we had something like 80 some power poles blown down.
And they were so poor maintenance.
And the only reason they went down is they were rotten to the core.
That's right.
They weren't replaced. They weren't inspected. They weren't maintained.
That's right. Guess how many went down in Needles?
2.
0.
2.
What county? Where is this at?
Mojave County. This was last year. We were
back in September.
We were without power in some places for more than a week.
Yep.
For more than a week.
Yep.
Maybe Henry's got himself a new job running for however that works. Is it a quasi? No, he can't do that shit because he's over in fucking California.
That's Never mind. Well, the MEC. Okay.
Not legally anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, MEC, the Mojave Electric Cooperative, has its own board, has its own directors, and so on and so forth. They were criticized openly by the city government and by people about not taking care of their resources.
They were pissed.
Now we've had the same thing with our water. Okay, when Edmonton owned our water system, they did not. Yes, Epcot. They did not maintain it. They merely
Edmonton.
Yeah, Edmonton.
What the hell is that? I'm just kidding.
I know, but
that's where it came. That's where it was at. Stationed originated.
Well, that's where
fucking Epcor.
Yeah.
Fucking Epcor is correct, but they did not maintain the system the way they should. They poured their money elsewhere.
Right.
And now, the city of Bullhead City is, pulling its hair out, having to repair, actually fix, actually update.
Yes.
Our water system, and it's going to be fucking
expensive.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to fucking happen.
Of course.
I knew that.
It was a Canadian
when I was
company.
listening to the goddamn city manager of Bullhead City sit there and talk about he wasn't.
That went out for
He
vote, by
wasn't
the way,
talking
Chuck.
enough about the maintenance and how well they inspected, and he kept dodging those questions that were coming from the public about that. And then
You can't. That's a real tough one there on city.
This is gonna make the cost of living in Bullhead City fucking skyrocket.
It may. Now,
no, it will.
Here, step back for a moment and think about this, all right? And hear what I'm going to say. Okay, water companies themselves don't get federal funding. They don't qualify for federal funding. They don't qualify for state funding, unless it's some kind of clean water emergency, right? They don't qualify. Now, however, municipal water systems, all right, there's all sorts of EPA grants out there that they have access to, so they can get money to update their water system, so they can get money for maintenance, so they can do this and do that without putting extra pressure on the citizens who pay the water. All right, so this is one of the things that Mark Clark is now doing. More power to him. Go get as much Fed money as you can. I don't care. I'm going to pay for it anyway. But
you gotta.
But
gotta take pressure off of those working class people.
Exactly.
I feel like Bullhead City is a lot like Longview, Washington.
It is.
As far as
it's a small town.
Socioeconomic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Small town. Light industry. Light to no industry.
Same population, from what Chuck was saying.
I don't know. What's your population up there again?
40,000, but we have heavy industry here.
You have heavy industry. We have light to no industry. Our industry is the casinos across the river.
Right. Not even in Arizona.
Well, I think that could change if y'all wanted to get involved in fracking and stuff like that, but that's a whole other
there's nothing to frack
discussion.
around here.
There's nothing here.
There's nothing to frack here. There's mining around here.
That's mined out.
I'm almost glad Ed is not listening tonight because
yeah, well, the
thing is, I mentioned uranium mining close to the Colorado River. He goes absolutely batshit crazy. No, it's not Ed.
No, that was Kenny.
Kenny. Yeah, Kenny. Oh, but he takes it to a racial area when he talks about them Indians. I go, what?
I counted up to his age. Okay, there's certain amount of things I write off of the person's age, but the thing of it is, mining radioactive materials within 100 miles upstream,
right,
uphill from a river,
right,
a body of water, is not a fucking good idea.
I somehow think that Kenny's viewpoint is still the minority in your area. And I mean, nobody wants to drink poison water or even think about all that shit.
No.
Especially that's where you're going to have to go. You guys are going to have to go deeper into the earth and work with other municipalities to get water to Bullhead City. That's the way it's going to be.
Actually, we don't pump it directly out of the river here.
And it's going to involve fucking getting rid of these fucking foreign investors that have alfalfa farms and all this other shit that's going on.
Yeah,
true.
Bullhead City Needles does not take water out of the out of the river at all.
Needles does.
Needles.
What's the deal with these either Saudi Arabian or Chinese businesses that are
that
having control over?
Well, they bought hay farms.
Yeah.
They bought hay farms and they bought the rights to the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Bill Gates owns the most farming land in America.
That's a non sequitur that we don't need to worry about right now, Henry. But yeah, the within this is what Henry?
No, I'm just my head's sweating.
Oh, you got head sweat. Okay, that's
yeah.
If you
so you guys are you guys are exposed to the international politics as well as just maybe if more than I am, based on where you're at. You are in an area where there's where there's crossed international lines being crossed there as far as trade and export and import and everything like that.
We got Mexico, Arizona.
You're feeling the push and pull as much as I am right up here with what the fuck is going on out there in the real world.
Well, you're up by Canada.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
We're close to Mexico, okay, and we have a certain amount of illegal trade with Mexico.
No, tell me
well, not you guys personally.
Don't read anything into that.
You know who's listening to this goddamn phone?
Who?
It's the guys on the corner with the. They got a cloak and dagger looking trench coat on. He's out there listening to this.
Well, the thing of it is,
what the fuck are these guys talking about over here?
The thing is, I never understood how foreign investors, foreign countries could come into a sovereign country and own land. I never understood. Other than say an embassy. Okay.
Right.
That is permissible. But actually own, operate, and
anything here. Anything they want.
And do that. So, America's the place of opportunity for everybody, including China, Saudi Arabia, Mexico. Bring us your drugs, your hookers, and your thieves.
Except, it's even, check this out, everybody. I was over at the motherfucking Safeway, one of the worst in America, by the way, over on 15th Avenue in Longview, Washington, and they had a bunch of salmon in there. And guess where it was from?
Where?
China.
Product of Russia.
No, okay.
Oh, really? What is going on here? I swear to God, that's what it said.
That's it. That's very interesting. You should have taken a picture of that. Seriously.
Well, the funny thing,
that's what I was thinking, and I think I'm gonna go over there tonight and see if they still they're still putting that shit out there with. Because I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good salmon and everything like that. But
hold on a second, Chuck. Hold on a second.
I thought there was we were at a trade war or something.
Hold on, Chuck. Yeah, when I was in Idaho. There was a sign that said up U.S. Fish, the fish, the salmon and the halibut, locally caught in Idaho.
Yeah.
That's what it said at Safeway. So let him know about that one at Safeway.
Safeway had a sign that said, salmon and some other fish locally caught in Idaho. Yeah.
That's good.
The river, there's no ocean. Ocean in Idaho, Chuck.
To Idaho.
I know. Unless they were talking about the russets.
Yeah, salmon, you can get fresh.
I don't care. I love
russet wrangling is hard work. Do you know how hard it is to catch?
What is that? I'm growing potatoes at my place up here. I live in an apartment, but I've got a little grow off.
They get to size,
what,
and they will run off on you. But you got to be real careful because the potatoes have eyes. They'll see you coming,
and they'll be president.
They won't see me coming because I don't. Never mind. Never mind.
All right, Chuck.
Thanks, Chuck.
Thanks for your call. Do appreciate it. Oh, my God. 928-476-0331. Of course, it's always enjoyable talking to Chuck about his particular brand of nonsense. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. I need to turn that.
It don't matter. We got 15 minutes left.
Yeah, we do. We only got about 15 minutes left. It is the Raw. 928-476-0331. Hey, Johnny, we haven't heard from you.
Call up, Johnny. Not the last 3 minutes. Call now.
here is some notes from the future. Okay, what I want to do. I'm trying to get a definitive time for the Tucker Carlson /
Manana
Trump interview.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan to go live with that.
Nice.
Now, I'm not sure when it's going to be or how long it will go. But I want to. But what I would like to do is have you, Henry. I would love to have Thomas, but I also like to have a couple of other panelists as well, so we can discuss things as they go on. So if you decide that you want to become a panelist on the Raw,
tomorrow.
And give your opinion, send me a note. You don't have to send me an email or give me a message somehow. And actually, you give me a phone call as well using 928-476-0331. I will answer the phone. Let me know you're interested in becoming a panelist. I'll get you set up for tomorrow whenever this comes on. I will be looking tonight specifically for times. So I'm not even going to air the Republican portion of it. Go ahead, Henry.
Of the debate, you mean?
Yeah.
We're just going to be Carlson and Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because frankly, I feel that the Republican debates are going to be bullshit.
Well,
they are going to follow this plan. Trash Trump, trash Trump, trash
Right.
Trump, trash Trump,
Right.
trash Trump.
Right.
It's
not about what they're going to do.
I've already told you what 2 hours of the debates is going to be.
Yeah. I want to know what your ideas are. I don't want to know what you think of Trump.
Exactly. I already know what you never Trumpers already think about Trump.
Right. Let me know what you're going to do. If you're going to tell me, but Trump. Tell me what you're going to do without using Trump's name.
Johnny says, "Don't tell Chuck the potatoes have eyes. He'll be talking into the French fries."
They have eyes. They're coming to get you, Chuck.
Johnny,
they don't wear glasses.
Potatoes have eyes. However, the corn has the ears.
But that's children of the corn.
That has nothing to do with children of the corn. It listens to everything. The corn hears all.
Now, if you got corn and potatoes, you're fucked.
Yeah, of course you are. They keep an eye on you. Anyway, but that's what I intend to do with that. Once I have that scheduled. But if you want to become a panelist, just let me know. We'll get you set up. The only thing I ask is you have a laptop or a device of some sort, a good solid internet connection, and
that's it.
Can be good sounding. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't care. You can come on if you want. If you don't, but we're gonna there, and I'm going to sit there, and we're going to comment and critique Trump's performance.
You'll be one of the boxes here.
I will be. Yes.
Most definitely. They will be too.
Well, if they so choose to accept.
If you choose, we'll put you right on the air.
Absolutely, we'll put you right on the air. So
yes, we can get up to a whole bunch of people.
Up to 12.
Yeah,
up to 12 people can. But that gets confusing. That gets weird.
Yeah,
I mean that just becomes we just as well show each other's private
part. A man named Brady.
Yeah, something like that. Sure. Anyway, 928-476-0331. Think about that tonight, and we'll try to do that for tomorrow. What else? Oh yes, upcoming vacation, going to Nashville, Tennessee on the 12th of September. I'll be leaving here, so there will be no Raw on the 12th. All right, I will be on the road. However, bonus material, I will be filming and recording a lot on my trip.
There you go.
So look for, especially on locals, look for videos on locals and maybe some on Rumble of my trip to Nashville and back. My first stop. I actually have my itinerary planned for that first whole day, Henry.
Okay.
We're going to see how well I can stick to it, but plan on leaving the morning of the 12th, about 8, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there, no later than 10 o'clock, and start heading east. Our first stop is going to be in Winslow, Arizona, to see the
Flatboard
standing on a corner park.
There you go.
In Winslow. And then we'll be heading, once we're done there, and I'll film a little there. Once we're in there, we're heading to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where, we'll stop for the night, our first night. And then we're going to be eating at a very great restaurant in Albuquerque called Sadie's. If you've never been to Sadie's, you are missing something. You are missing something. Have you ever eaten at Sadie's?
I have not.
You have not. Well, next time you go to Albuquerque, make sure you eat at Sadie's because you will love it.
Yeah, I've only been to Albuquerque once.
Once?
Just once.
I don't know how many times I've been through or at Albuquerque.
Just once, and that was 10 plus years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been through Albuquerque as well, but planning on some interesting stops through the strip. So expect some regular updates and regular videos through this. It should be quite interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all that.
Mm-hmm. What's the phone number there? It's too small to see. 928-476-0331. 928-476-0331.
Get your reading glasses on.
928-476.
There it is. There's the caller.
0331. Yep, there it is. Ra, you are on the air.
Oh my goodness! I had to bring out my binoculars.
For what?
To see the phone number.
The phone number.
Make it any
You've
smaller?
called this number before. You don't have it saved?
I never saved it.
And I'll bet you haven't written down the P.O. box either.
He could have just called your regular phone number and went through, wouldn't it?
You gave me a P.O. box. I definitely would have written it down, but I don't think I got your P.O. box number.
Well, we have an official RAW, Miss Rob Hansen radio program, recovery, political recovery, tri-state recovery talk, P.O. box.
328 sexy. Is that the number?
No, not quite. Close.
22014.
Close though. Just write whatever program you're wanting to, and then address it at P.O. Box 22014, Bullhead City, Arizona 86442.
Yeah. Tell that to a person that's not dyslexic.
Okay.
Think you're gonna ever get. I thought the debates were today.
No. It's Tuesday.
When are they?
It's Tuesday. It's
they're
tomorrow.
Tuesday. See,
No, it's Wednesday.
You get Tuesdays and Thursdays. No, so it's Wednesday?
Yes.
Tomorrow. Wednesday.
Oh, I thought it was Tuesday. Today.
It is Tuesday today.
Today is Tuesday, yes.
I thought it was today.
No. It's tomorrow.
So you're gonna be live?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. During the debates, we'll be live.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. What's the drinking game?
No drinking game. That's on your own.
Oh, come on! There has to be a drinking game.
There has to be a
It's
drinking
the
No,
debate.
it's taking a line of cocaine or taking a hit off a joint.
No, Henry. I do not. I disavow everything that Henry just said. No cocaine.
I can't hear Henry. I'm on the
that's
phone.
That's fine. I'm glad you
Dang
can't hear
Rumble.
Henry because that means I can disavow him, and you can go back and listen to it later, which you're going to anyway. But
how about every time they mention Trump, you have to take a shot.
Well, we'll be broadcasting the interview with Tucker Carlson and Trump, so yeah, you'd be pretty drunk by the end of that.
We'd be smashed in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We'd all be smashed.
Yep.
You'd be dead. All
We'd
right.
all be dead.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye, Johnny.
I stuck you on for an hour. I'll talk to you
2
later.
more hours.
All right.
I had to take my binoculars out to see the phone number.
Well, now you have the phone number. Save it in your fucking phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my Barbie pocket.
Okay, you go and do that.
Okay, Ken.
I'm tucking it.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bye, Henry. Even though I can't talk to you.
Bye, Johnny. I talk as loud as I want. I still can't hear me.
928-476. I thought you were gone.
If you give me Henry's phone number, we can three-way the show.
Not gonna happen.
Like I can call Henry, and then we can both talk together with you.
Yeah, but the thing is that becomes disjointed with the video. It's believe me, we talked.
You should at least. CC can't listen to the show, so he can only text. You should at least have a hotline number where if you can just call in and listen to the show. It's not fair that some people can't listen to the show because it on Rumble.
It
should be a hotline.
Also on Facebook. It's also on Twitter. It's also on Facebook.
Tell Johnny about being on this tomorrow.
There is many, many, many ways to listen to this program.
Tell him he can be on tomorrow.
So you're gonna have to text it because he's not listening. You are on Facebook. I don't know. You're on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Rumble. I'm on a lot of platforms.
You're all over the place, and you're going to be in Nashville soon.
And I'm going to be in Nashville soon. Mm-hmm. But Johnny, I've got to run, my friend.
Stay away from Donaldson Pike.
Okay, I will. All right, thanks for the call.
Well, you don't have to, but if something goes on, call me.
All righty. Thanks.
Bye, Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny.
I love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. Oh, my goodness gracious me. He said, okay, I'm leaving now, and then kept on talking.
I know.
But then again, that's Johnny.
Yeah.
Anyway, by the way, would you like to know how many views Oliver Anthony's new song, I Want to Go Home?
Yes, I want to know how many.
679,581 hours in 5 hours since he posted it.
Wow.
It's another viral hit.
Wow, it's almost tripled by what we first. Yeah, it has tripled since we first heard it.
Yeah. His other song, what was that? Richmond.
Yes.
North of Richmond.
Yes.
Still way up there. Last time I saw it was 33 million. Wow. 33 million in 14 days. This is getting ready to go even faster than that. Let me take a look here real quick. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. 34 million. It's gone up another million in views. Wow. So it's oh my gosh, it's just absolutely 2 weeks. 34 million views in 2 weeks. I could only wish to have that kind of attention here. Seriously.
I know, huh?
I would love it, actually.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, Chuck says, every time Sean Hannity mentions Hillary Clinton, take a drink.
I don't think you will.
Asshole. Okay. Stop by Longview, Washington, and lunch is on me. Oh, there you go.
Is he talking to Donald Trump?
No, he's talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Or you. He invited us to Longview, Washington. Well, he won't come to Needles because there's nowhere to piss or take a shit.
That's right. You're gonna have to hold it till he gets back to Longview.
Exactly. You know, so
damn council people. Got one councilman.
You guys really got to do something about it. Anyway, it is The Raw. I'm your host of most of this, Mr. Dan Hansen. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, and thanks for the phone calls. Remember, if you want to send us something in the mail, P.O. Box 22014, Bullhead City, Arizona, 86442 is the P.O. Box number and the address. Just address it to whoever you want to, and it will get to them.
Yep.
It will get to them. Other than that, check out theraw.locals.com. Get on there. Seriously, you will want to get on there because that is where I'm going to be primarily posting my trip videos. So, and I will be broadcasting live from Nashville on Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, well, not this Sunday, but this in September.
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now. So
2 weeks from this Sunday.
Oh, it's going to be. I'm looking forward to this trip, and
I'm looking forward to it for you.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm going to be broadcasting live from there. Hopefully, we'll have a couple of guests as well, people that I know out in Nashville, or that will be in Nashville. We'll see what goes on. We'll see what goes on, and it's going to be a great time. Anyway, it is Raw. I'm your host, Moses. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow night for the debates. I hope.
Yes.
I hope
so too.
I hope. And if you want to join in, you want to be part of the cool kids.
Call the number.
Call my number. Drop me an email. Do whatever you can to get a hold of me. We'll get you on. It is the Raw. Have a great evening. Do me another favor, especially you, Henry. Go out there and make the world a better place. See you later.
Just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
Avast ye scallywags, it's another pirate production.